Hi, welcome back to the second episode of the Veterinary Business Video Show. This show made possible with the support of the London Vet Show to be held at Olympia on the 6th and 7th of November this year. Coming up on today's show, do we need a veterinary union in the UK? Should practice employees be interested in the financial performance of the practice where they work? I'll be seeking your help in planning a new series of online seminars or webinars. We'll look at a nifty business tool to help your staff to understand the commercial realities of owning and managing a veterinary practice, and we'll look at my quick business tip for this episode. I'm John Sheridan, and this is the show that helps practice owners, managers and clinicians just like you to build your successful practice into a great business. There's been a lot of correspondence in the veterinary press recently, at least here in the UK, about the possible need for a veterinary union to represent the interests of vets and other employees in veterinary practice. Some have complained about the absence of any written terms of employment, their salary levels, their working conditions, and even about bullying by some employers. Now, I don't know whether or not these complaints reflect a general trend in the profession or whether they are simply a few isolated examples. But they have exposed many of the problems faced by practice owners and their staff about terms and conditions of employment, HR management and communication issues, work-lifestyle balance problems for employers and employees, growing levels of graduate debt, and inadequate profit levels generated by many of the veterinary practices in which they're employed. I also don't know whether the British Veterinary Association will do enough to meet the needs of those of its members employed in practice who are making these complaints, or whether the establishment of a veterinary union is a possible way forward. I am, however, quite sure that the solution for many of these problems depends on better understanding by practice employees of the commercial realities of delivering quality veterinary services in a tough marketplace, and a greater recognition by practice owners of the legitimate demands of their employees for better working conditions and remuneration. Should employees be interested in the financial performance of the practices in which they work? Denise Tumblin, a CPA and consultant to many veterinary practices in the USA, thinks so, and I agree. See what she has to say in this video clip highlighted on the DVM 360 website.
For two reasons. One, it impacts the patient. The practice's ability to continue to raise the bar medically is directly driven by the finances. So if we don't have the profit there, you can't continue to raise the bar medically. And then secondly, as a personal thing, it's their paycheck. That's how they're paid. And if they want to continue to get raises, which I'm assuming they do, then they've got to have the finances to be able to afford to do that.
The big problem is that the veterinary practices which they own or manage or in which they work as clinicians need to be more successful commercially as well as professionally. And that means making better use of business skills, experience and tools to achieve the individual and shared objectives of all of those involved in delivering quality professional veterinary services. By the way, the nifty business tool highlighted in this episode of the Veterinary Business Video Show is designed specifically to help your employees to understand some of those commercial realities. What do you think? Just click the comments link above this screen and let me have your views, comments and suggestions. Now I'd like to take the opportunity of thanking Closer Still Media, organisers of the London Vet Show, for sponsoring this episode of the Veterinary Business Video Show. This brand new show will be held at Olympia on Friday and Saturday, November the 6th and 7th this year. The business programme will cover a range of commercial issues affecting practice, including marketing, strategic and financial planning, regulatory issues, HR and team motivation, and my own session is called the 50-Minute Action Plan to boost your bottom line and the value of your veterinary business. The show will include a major exhibition and social events including a gala dinner, and I look forward very much to seeing some of you at Olympia in November. Click this link to visit the London Vet Show website and book your place now. You'll be glad that you did. Now I'd like to seek your help and your advice. Last year, the Veterinary Business Briefing website arranged a very successful webinar in which a number of well-known veterinary business experts in the UK contributed their own views about the management role in veterinary practice. As a result, we ran a regular monthly lunchtime webinar with one or more guest contributors and an open agenda during which participants could ask questions and raise topics for discussion about any management problems of concern. In one respect, they were very successful, with great presentations from the experts and plenty of lively discussion. On the other hand, the number of participants was very small, ranging from just 2 or 3 to a dozen or so. And I'd very much welcome your help in planning a program of online events to suit your needs. I'm looking at a new webinar format so that you can view live online webinar presentations, join in the discussion, or simply listen and observe as you wish without having to download any software onto your computer. I have in mind that the webinars will be available as a free service for members of the Veterinary Business Briefing community, so you don't have to be concerned about the costs. Please click the Add Your Comment link above this screen and tell me what would suit you best, what topics, what day of the week, and what time would enable you to join in on a regular basis. I can't promise to please everyone, but I will certainly do my best. Now for this episode's nifty business tool from Veterinary Business Briefing. Pop Goes the Weasel Download is an Excel-based practice tool designed to help every member of your staff understand some of the business issues in veterinary practice in general and your practice in particular. It will help them to discover for themselves the secret that for most clients the decision to buy professional services and products from your practice depends not on your fees but on their perception of value. Here's how it works. The first task is to access the secure worksheet for the practice owners or manager and enter some information about the practice, including the premises, the staff numbers, and some numbers from your latest available financial accounts. Now your staff member can view the welcome page and click on the link to open the program. The first page includes